Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So this video is discussing the Trials of Osiris and how to prepare for it. If you don't really play PvP, you might not be accustomed as to how skirmish works or how elimination works and all that type of stuff. So this video is basically to prepare you for the Trials of Osiris so you can get the necessary amount of wins to get your your really cool armor and your really cool gear. So I did want to teach people that don't really play skirmish or any type of PvP as much how to play it. What you're watching actually right now is a competitive game. We basically match up against people in skirmish, the top 100 players in the world, and we basically just battle it out for fun. This was a practice round from today. I had a lot of fun. We ended up coming out on top, so I wanted to use this as a gameplay to kind of show people how to play a different form of competitive Destiny. Moving on to the first topic of this video, we have classes. So what are the best classes for the Trials of Osiris? The best one, at least for the Hunter in my opinion, is the Blade Dancer, simply because of how fast it can be. You see that arc bolt right there? It gets me down to half health. If I got shot by a thorn or a last word, I would die instantly. So it's a very, very powerful attack. As far as speed and overall aggression goes, which will be kind of what elimination is focused around, simply because when one person goes down, you need to rush in as quick as possible. Blink and arc bolt is a perfect example of how effective the Blade Dancer subclass can be when it is rushing. I kind of find this subclass to be the best for the Hunter because of Arc Bolt, Thorn, and Lucky Raspberry. Lucky Raspberry, if you weren't aware, you spawn with a grenade and your Arc Bolts will chain further. A lot of the times people will be bunched up in skirmish or elimination because they figure if the closer they are, the better they're going to work as a team, and they're going to be able to team shot and wipe people out quickly. If you do kind of strafe around a corner and throw one of those, it'll chain off all of them, and a body shot from the Thorn or one headshot from the last word will efficiently and very, very quickly finish them off. So that's a really, really powerful setup for the Hunter. As far as the Warlock goes, I would choose the Void Walker simply because Axion Bolts can kind of make people scramble within skirmish. It's a really, really good grenade, especially within 3v3s. It's probably not as good within control, but 3v3s it's a very, very powerful and effective grenade. I'd probably pair this, with Blink, simply because it's all about speed and rushing within elimination. And then, as far as the super goes, the Nova Bomb is really kind of, unique in its own way because it's a one-shot kill and it's kind of an instant kill super, only it's a little bit farther away than a Titan Smash would be. This means you can kind of shut down Sun Singers, Blade Dancers, Gold Guns, etc. from a more, distance kind of situation. Maybe if you have a Fist of Havoc, you kind of have to wait for the Blade Dancer or the Sun Singer to get right next to you. But if you do have the Nova Bomb, you can Nova Bomb from a distance, which is extremely, extremely valuable within a elimination type mode where maybe your friends go down and you're the only one left. If they're all three rushing you, you can get a clean sweep that way. It's just overall probably the most versatile super that you can get that is a one-shot kill within 3v3s. Moving on to the Titan is probably the worst class simply because it is so slow compared to the other ones. It's the only one that does not have Blink. You might be wondering, why would you use Blink? It's a douchey thing to do. But in this situation, we don't really care about being douchey. We're going for the W. You want to get those wins so you can get your really cool armor. And then, maybe once you have those wins, you can kind of switch to something that isn't as cheap. But as far, I'm just kind of giving you, the best possible setup for winning for people that aren't as experienced with PvP. And that's basically, the simple truth to it. So moving on, you're going to see right there, I got really, really quick shots in. That is because of Quick Draw, another perk of the Blade Dancer class, but simply, Titans are pretty weak overall. I might use the Defender because of weapons light and high impact sniper rifles. You can one-shot body shot people. Maybe you're the last one left and you want to lure a Blade Dancer in. You could pop Armor of Lights, then have everyone beat down on him with a shotgun or whatever you may be using. So it's kind of versatile in a way, but overall I do think the Titan would be the last class that I would pick to run Trials of Osiris with. That's just personally. If you love being a Titan and you're really, really good with it, maybe you're really good with flashbangs, you can throw one in and then rush really effectively. All of these are extremely viable options within the Trials of Osiris. I'm just letting you know that personally I do prefer the Void Walker and the Blade Dancer, both for the Warlock and the Hunter, because I do think that Blink, Axions, and Arc Bolts are probably the best for 3v3 game mode, simply because of how effectively you can push with Blink and those really, really powerful grenades. So moving on to the next kind of topic for this video, I wanted to talk a little bit more about rushing as a team. So you're kind of going to want to stay back if you're a sniper more. As soon as you get that lead snipe, if you do have shotgunners on your team, the best, most effective, at least in my opinion, setup that you can do is having 2 shotgunners and 1 sniper can, kind of cover the longer distances. Once you get that beginning snipe and that opening snipe, once you're staying back, you can all rush in with, last words and shotguns and get a really fast, kind of clean sweep. People might be thinking, it's 3v3 and you can't respawn. Let's play it like Search and Destroy and stay back as much as possible. but you know, that's really not going to work that well. As soon as you take one down, you rush them as quickly as possible with grenades and blink, and you take them out as efficiently as you can with a thorn or a last word or whatever type of weapon that you're using. There's just different strategies that will go a long ways. Let's just say someone is invis final rounding you. There's different ways you can go about it. The best way is, you know, kind of crouch around corners and do not challenge. Make them come to you and make them, you know, kind of fall into your trap. If they're using a final round, kind of blink around a little bit. Try to make them miss their first body shot and then finish them off with your primary, or, you know, kind of flinch them, or, you know, kind of run a flank. You know, maybe all of them are doing final round invis, which I doubt will happen. That's kind of suspected that a lot of people will be doing that because they're going to be focused so much on winning. Personally, I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue, but if you do have a full team of invis sniper, make sure you're blinking around, make sure you set up flanks, and if you can get one down, they're going to be scrambling and you can run in from different directions. I cannot emphasize how much a flank is important. The best team probably from the past in skirmish was 13 Devils. This was largely due to how well they rushed and flanked as a team. They always had two blinking in with last words, and then one with a sniper or a thorn, or, you know, any type of longer range primary or a sniper on the flank. They basically came in, and, you know, if the first two people didn't get the kills, the other three, you know, that perhaps survived on the other team would be, you know, playing out in the middle of nowhere for the sniper to pick up on the side. That's kind of your bread and butter strategy. You know, the main essence of this video is you have to work as a team. You have to be communicating at all times. It's a little bit cheesy, but, you know, if you do actually call out and count 3, 2, 1 when you guys are rushing, that's what I did with my friends from school, and we beat the 13 Devils. It was a pretty big accomplishment because they don't really play as much competitive Destiny as I do. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing the round. I will have a ton of fun playing Trials of Osiris. If anyone, you know, kind of needs a hand and I'm done with my weekly thing, I'll definitely help people, you know, achieve the rank that they want to achieve within the Trials of Osiris, because everyone deserves gear. Maybe you don't play PvP as much, maybe you're really good at PvE. It all kind of depends on the player and how you like to play. So like I said, add me on PlayStation Network. If you do need a Trials of Osiris partner, I will definitely help you out as long as I'm done with my marks, because, you know, maybe if I haven't played with you before, we don't really work as well as a team, and I don't want to lose my losses or, you know, have to buy a new ticket as early as I would playing with my really good friends. But either way, it's going to be a ton of fun. If you do want any other tips on Trials of Osiris, just leave them in the comments down below. It's kind of, you know, hard to see what people really want to see in the video, so if you have any specific question, I will answer it directly in the comment section. Every single comment that is left on this channel I read without a doubt. I enjoy reading them and responding to them as well. That's basically going to wrap it up for the video today. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, drop a like down below. In essence, the only thing I can convey is that you're going to want to get the first person down and then communicate that to your teammates and rush together as a team. You know, the Voidwalker and the Blade Dancer are your best bets as far as the best subclasses within Trials of Osiris, and, you know, that's basically it. You know, leave a comment down below. Like I said, if you have any further questions, I will answer them all, and subscribe so you do not miss any type of video in the future, and I hope to see all of you in my next video. Peace.
Yeah.